Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Jnananandamaям devam nirmalasphटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. ओम नमो हयग्रीवाय नमः. ओम श्री वल्लभा समेत श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. So we were looking at the Purvottara Mimamsayoho Bheda Abheda Vicharaha. So in the Vedanta Shastra, there is a Uttara Mimamsa Sutra is there, which is written by Vyasa. Then the Purva Mimamsa Shastra also is there, which is written by Jaimini. Now, the Purva Mimamsa Shastra is about analyzing what is Dharma by analyzing the words of the Veda. So it starts as Athato Dharma Jijnasa. So whether this Uttara Mimamsa, the Brahma Sutra, which is called Uttara Mimamsa, is same or different from the Purva Mimamsa Shastra. Now so that is the doubt is there, because that is the samshaya. Now the Purva Pakshi, who is the Vishishtadvaitin, says that they both are part of the same Veda. Okay. And the Veda may have two kandas, Purva Kanda, Uttara Kanda, or Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, like that. But they are still part of one Veda, therefore they are abhinna, they are not separate. And also one more Upapatti or logic they give is the traditional counting of the Vidyasthana is either Chaturdasha or Ashtadasha, like that it is there. In that, Mimamsa is counted only once. So the 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Purana, Dharma Shastra, like this 14 is there. This is one count. Or you can add the Upavedas, 4 more Upavedas, and then say it is 18 count. There is Ashtadasha Vidyasthana also. So based on all this, the Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa are only same Shastra only. They are not separate. This is the Purva Pakshi. Then the Siddhantin is saying it's not so. Why? Because there is a difference in the Adhikari, Vishaya, Prayojana, all these things. Okay. So who is the Adhikari for the Shastra? If you see, the Purva Mimamsa Shastra, which is starting as Athato Dharma Jijnasa, for that the Adhikari is the one who is desirous of gaining some dharma, correct, which is in the form of punya, by doing yajnadi karma. So he is basically one who takes oneself as a karta bhokta, one who wants to enjoy niratishaya sukha, as it is called, because the swarga is supposed to be like that. Therefore, one who wants to enjoy the karma phala, for him there is a desire to know how to do that karma. And for that purpose, that person is studying the Purva Mimamsa Shastra. And the phala for that is Swargadi phala, Swarga, etc. You can go to Swarga or Pitruloka. Or even in this Loka, you can gain certain phala, whatever you want. So like this, the Adhikari and phala are different. And the Vishaya also is the Dharma, which is in the form of different activities. And they themselves are nothing but Vaidika karma, correct? Jyotishtomadi Karya Bhutaha Dharmaha Vishayaha, like this he is saying. And basically you are studying this Shastra to know how to do this karma. Kartavyata Jnanam. Iti Kartavyata we say normally. So by studying this Shastra, we know how to do certain karma, and then you have to actually do it, in fact, to get the phala. So like this is the Adhikari Vishaya Prayojana. all these things we saw here, and the Vishaya is the Dharma here. Then Athato Brahma Jignasa, like this, whatever Shastra which starts, which is the Brahma Sutra or the Uttamimamsa Shastra, that is the Vedanta Shastra. For this, the Adhikari is the one who has the Sadhana Chatushtaya, means the one who has understood the limitation of karma and is not really interested in karma phala anymore. In fact, one who wants to understand oneself as akarta, abhokta, that person is the adhikari for the Uttamimamsa Shastra. Moksha is the phala. And the person itself, one, even though he may be doing karma, the mumukshu is a nishkama karmi. Okay, one who is doing karma with yoga buddhi to attain qualification for gaining this knowledge. And also the Vishaya itself is not karya bhuta. It is not something to be done, because your phala is not sadhya. Okay, it is not something unaccomplished. Whatever you want to accomplish is really accomplished. So this Uttamimamsa Shastra is all about accomplishing the accomplished, and the Vishaya or the subject matter here is the whatever the Brahman which is already there. Okay, it is there as yourself. It is only that ignorance is the only distance between yourself and this Brahman, and knowing this Brahman itself is moksha. That is the phala. Okay, so this this is the difference between these two, correct? And also the adhikari, if you see, typically for the Purva Mimamsa, the adhikari has to be a grihastha ashrami, because only the one who is a grihastha, who is with a patni, correct, can actually do all this karma. So patyurno yajna sanyoge, like this. There is a sutra also, correct? Panini also says, who is a patni? The one whom you marry in a yajna, you can say. Yajnena sanyogaha also you can say. And then more importantly, yajnaya sanyogaha. For the purpose of doing all this yajna, whom you marry, that lady is the dharma patni, in fact. So the grihastha ashrami is the adhikari, because whatever one has to attain is unaccomplished, and it is sadhya. And even that phala, the sadhya phala also, because it is a karma phala, it is subjected to decline and it will go away, correct? It is nashwaram, it will be destroyed in time. It is anitya phalakam only it is. And the one who is desirous of that, one who is a kama kami, you can say, correct, or karma phala kami is the adhikari. But the Uttamimamsa Shastra is about the Siddha Brahma Vishaya. It is accomplished already, but it has to be known. And the phala itself is Nitya Moksha, because this phala does not start in time, so it will never end in time also. It is about Nitya Phala. And the Nishkami, who is either a Karma Yogi or a Sannyasi, is the Adhikari. So like this, there is a Pritak Bhutam, they are different. Okay, so up to this we saw already, I think. Now, continuing, Yeditu Mimamsatvena Ekameva Shastramiti Uchyate, Tarhi Angatvena Shannamapi Anganam Ekashastratrameva Syat. So, if you say that since the word Mimamsa is used only once and both are Mimamsa, correct? It is Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. If you give a logic like that and say that since both are Mimamsa, they are Ekashastra, that also is not acceptable. Why? Then the Shad Angas are also Angas only, correct? All of them are Angas. Therefore, you have to count them as only one. Why are you counting it as 6 then? So like this, that logic we do not accept. Further, what Kim Bahuna Samskrita Bhashatmakatvena Ashtadasha Vidyanam Api Eka Vidyatvameva Syat. So, like I said, there are different ways of counting this Vidyasthanas. In fact, all these Vidyasthanas are being taught in Sanskritam, let us say. So they are all Samskrita Bhashatmaka. their granthas are all in Samskrita, and therefore based on that you can say that all of them are only one Shastra then. Like this also, so your logic will not work. Okay, all your this logic and all, it doesn't, it's not proper. And further what? Nacha evam bhinnayoho anayoho katham purvottaram iti vachyam. Okay, so you don't, you can't also say why, even though they are bhinna, still why do you call it as Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa? By saying Purva and Uttara, it looks like it is the first portion of the same Shastra and second portion of the same Shastra, correct? That is one of the doubts again still there with the Purva Pakshi. So Purva Pakshi can ask still, why is it called Purva and Uttara? Normally Purva and Uttara means it is of the same book or same Veda. So why should it be two different Shastras? In fact, we say it is the same Shastra. They are saying Jaiminina Purva Dharma Shastrasya Kritatvat Vyasena Paschat Sharirika Mimamseyaha Kritatvat. So, of the same book Veda, Jaimini has written for the Purva Bhaga and Vyasa has written for Uttara Bhaga. Just because it is Purva and Uttara, you cannot say it is different. It is same. That is our view. Like this, if the Purva Pakshi says, then he says, Nacha, na, we don't accept that. Why? Yadva Veda Purva Bhaga Mimamsayaha Dharmashastre Kritatvat Tasya Purva Mimamsatvena Vyavaharaha Vedottara Bhaga Mimamsayaha Vedanta Shastre Kritatvat Tasya Uttara Mimamsatvena Vyavaharaha. Okay. Again, the another thing is what? Veda Purva Bhaga Mimamsayaha Dharma Shastre. So, in the Dharma Shastra, or to ascertain the Dharma, the Veda Purva Bhaga has been analyzed, correct? So, the Vyavahara is that it is called Purva Mimamsa. And in the Uttara Mimamsa, basically the Vedanta Vakyas are only analyzed. And it is at the end portion of the Veda. So, it is Uttara. Therefore, the Vyavahara is like that. Also, in one way, when we say Purvam and Uttaram here, Jaimini first wrote the one Mimamsa Shastra and later on Vyasa wrote also, you can take the meaning. Paschat here, he is saying Purvam Dharma Shastra. Here if you see, the Purva Pakshi is saying first Jaimini wrote and then Paschat Sharirika Mimamsayaha Kritatvat means later on it was done, but it is still the same Shastra. That is why, from a time standpoint, he is saying it is Purva and Uttara, but still they are one Shastra, also one argument they are making. But what our Siddhanti is saying is, basically it is based on the, where it is occurring in the Veda itself. Okay. So, Veda Purva Bhaga, when you are doing analysis, and it is mainly the subject matter being Dharma, that is called Purva Mimamsa, and then the Veda Uttara Bhaga or Vedanta Mimamsa is called Uttara Mimamsa. So it is based on that, not because Jaimini wrote first and Vyasa wrote next. Anyway, continuing further what? Nacha evam Swamimamsayoho Veda Bhagayoho Eka Vedatvena Mimamsayoho Api Ekatvamiti Vachyam. So, here, when we say this, correct, it is based on the Veda Purva Bhaga and Uttara Bhaga. Then the Purva Pakshi can say, no, we don't accept that. Why? Because the Veda Bhagas are still one part of one Veda, correct? Therefore, whatever may be, whether you are doing analysis of the Purva Bhaga or Uttara Bhaga, they are Eka Vedatvena. So they are still one Veda only. Therefore, the Mimamsa also has to be considered as only one Shastra. That is their argument. Even, see, first they talked about before, after in terms of time. then the Siddhanti is saying it is not based on that, it is based on where or in which portion of the Veda we are doing the analysis. Then now the Purva Pakshi is again saying, even if you say like that, they are part of the same Veda, correct? Whether it is Purva Bhaga or Uttara Bhaga, and therefore it is Veda Mimamsa, and therefore we have to consider it as one. Mimamsayo bhavapi ekatvam iti na vachyam again. Why? Because tathatve shiksha vyakaranadinamapi स्वविषय वेद ऐक्य अनेकत्वम ऐक्य अनेकत्वमेव स्यात् इति न ऐक्येन एकत्वमेव स्यात् इति sorry. So even Siksha Vyakaranam and all now you have to consider as one Shastra because they are also based on the same Veda. If you say the Purva Mimamsa is based on the Veda, Uttara Mimamsa also is based on some part of Veda, therefore they are one Shastra. The Shiksha, Vyakarana, Kalpam, correct, Niruktam, Chandas, etc. also are based on the same Veda. They are also useful for us to understand the Veda only, correct? Therefore, they also have the Veda as their own Vishaya. It's not that Mimamsa Shastra alone has the Veda as the Vishaya. All these Veda Angas are also, they help us to understand the Veda only, and they are analyzing or helping us understand some part of the Veda. Therefore, they are also having the Veda as Vishaya, and because of that, okay, Veda Aikyena Ekatvam Evasya, they will all become one Shastra then again. So therefore what? Tasmad Vaidikat Shabdanusasanad Iva Vaidikat Karma Vicharad Vaidikaha Ayam Brahma Vicharaha Pritak Bhutaha Eva. So therefore what? There is Atha Shabdanusasanam. Like this, that is how the Paniniya Sutras start, correct? The Vyakarana Sutras are actually Vriddhi Raja Adich is the first sutra, but still they normally add this Atha Shabdanusasanam like that. So that is also the Veda Shabdas are analyzed here, correct? And similarly, the Karma Vichara is done in the Purva Mimamsa. That is also Vaidika. And then in the Uttara Mimamsa, Brahma Vichara is done. So all these things are different. They may be based on the Veda, but their Vishayas are all different because the Vyakarana is basically helping you understand the Shabda. The Purva Mimamsa is helping you to understand what is Dharma from the Veda, and Uttara Mimamsa is about Brahma Vichara. Therefore, they are all different, correct? You cannot take them, all of them as one just because they are based on the Veda. Further, Mimamsa means basically it is analysis or Vichara, correct? You want to understand what is the meaning of the some portion of the Veda, whether it is Pramana or Apramana, all these things you analyze, whether it is Arthavada or what we call as just repeating whatever is already known, correct? So all these things are there, analysis. So Mimamsa hi Vicharaha, Mimamsa is basically a Vichara, it's an analysis. Vicharyascha Vicharya Bhedat Vidyate iti Sampratipannam Yatha Rupa Vicharad Rasa Vicharaha iti. So here, see, everything is a Vichara. Nyaya Shastra also is a Vichara. Just because if you are analyzing, all Shastras which analyze cannot become same Shastra. In fact, the analysis is different based on what you are analyzing, correct? So, Vicharyascha Vicharya Bhedat Vidyate. So, if the whatever you are analyzing, that is different means then that Shastra also differs based on that. So, depending on what kind of vichara you do, what you are actually analyzing also will vary. This is very clear, correct? Sampratipannam, it is understood by everybody. Therefore, these Shastras are all different Shastras only. They are not the same Shastra. Okay. But now Purvapakshi comes back with another argument. Okay, he says, Nanu sarve vedaha yatpadam amananti iti shrutehe vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyaha iti smritescha veda purvottara bhagabhyam ekameva brahma pratipadyate iti प्रतिपाद्य भेद अभावात् भागद्वयात्मकः वेदः तावद् एकमेव शास्त्रम्. Okay, so the Purva Pakshi is now saying, see, in the Veda itself, there is a Vakya that Sarve Vedaha Yatpadam Amananti Tapamsi cha Sarvam, like this it goes. That Vakya is there, very famous Vakya. And Bhagavan also in the 15th chapter says, Vedaischa Sarvair Ahameva Vedyaha Vedantakrit Veda Videva Chaham. All this, correct? At least that part all of us remember because we used to chant it in the Gurukulam before eating. The 15th chapter is the only chapter everybody remembers, all the Gurukula Vasis, because we chant before the lunch, in fact, every day in the dining hall. At least from the portion where Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deha Mashritya. Sometimes we chant the entire thing starting from Urdhva Mula Madhashakham. Anyway, so that is one chapter we cannot forget. So Vedaischa Sarvaihi Ahameva Vedyaha. So I am the one to be known from all the Vedas. Okay, and all the Vedas are revealing which Paramapada, which is Brahma. Like this, the Vedas and the Smritis are very clear. Veda Purvottara Bhagabhyam Ekameva Brahma Pratipadyate. So only one Brahman, the same Brahman is revealed by whether it is Purva Bhaga or Uttara Bhaga. Therefore, what? Pratipadi Abheda Pratipadya Bheda Bhavat. So there is no difference in what is being revealed by the Purva Bhaga and Uttara Bhaga. Whatever is being revealed is the same. So Pratipadya Bheda Bhavat Bhagadvayatmakaha Vedaha. So Veda is still having Purva Bhaga, Uttara Bhaga. Bhagadvaya is there. Even though Bhagadvaya is there, both Bhagas are revealing only the same Brahman. Therefore, what? Tavad Ekameva Shastram. Therefore, there is only one Shastra. Tatha cha, further what? Niyata Paurva Aparvya Bhagadvayatmaka Vedakhya Eka Prabandha Vyakyana Bhutayoho Purvottara Mimamsayoho Api Ega Shastratvam Uchitameva. Okay. So, iti chen ma evam. If you say like that, it is not like that. What? So, further what? There is a Purva and then the Para, Apara, correct? Paurva, Aparya, Bhaga, Dvayatmaka. So there are two Bhagas, Purva Bhaga, Uttara Bhaga. And the Veda itself is having these two Bhagas. But it is still only Eka Prabandha, means it is still one book, correct? And that one book only is being commented upon or described Vyakhyana Bhutayoho. So both the Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa are basically Vyakhyanas for the or commentaries or analysis of the same book, which is one Veda and which itself is revealing only one Vastu, which is Brahman. Therefore, it is proper to say that it is Eka Shastra. If you say like that, it is not so. Why? Now, Bellangonda is quoting other verses now. Now, from the same Gita is quoting Yami Mam Pushpitam Vacham Pravadantya Vipaschitaha Veda Vadaratav Partha Nyamyadasti iti Vadinaha Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Like this. Nirdando Nitya Sattvastaha Niryoga. Sorry. Yeah. All these are there. Okay, this is second chapter. In the second chapter, Bhagavan starts Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi Ekeha Kuru Nandana, like that. From there, basically, he is saying that you have to have Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi, means Viveka Buddhi. The one who has Viveka Buddhi, for that person, there is only one thing to be accomplished. Really, there is only one Purushartha, correct? Everybody is really seeking moksha, but they do not know that. Even that they do not know. Even though everybody wants freedom from all limitations, that is what is really sought by everybody, correct? In fact, you go to anybody, even somebody who is walking on the road, randomly you pick up somebody and ask him, when do you want to be happy? In the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? What will that person say? I want to be happy always, whether it is morning, evening, or night, whatever it is, the time. I want to be happy all the time. Now, where do you want to be happy? In the office, in the home, while traveling on commuting, let us say. In fact, in some places like Bangalore, most of your life goes away in commute only. You are either sitting in an auto or taxi or your own vehicle, bus and all that. Half of your life goes in commute. So when do you want to be happy means even that, when do you want to be happy, where do you want to be happy means I want to be happy all the time, everywhere. That is the desire of everybody. They they want unconditionally, they want to be happy. Means this is unconditional means it has to be unlimited, correct? Basically, what they are seeking is limitlessness, means freedom from all limitations. But they don't recognize that correctly. They think that this freedom from all limitation can come from karma phala. That is where they make the mistake. And everybody is going after different types of pursuits. Means once you are interested in karma phala, dharmartha kama, means there are so many things. Baushaka hi anantascha, Bhagavan says. There is not just one thing to be sought after. You will be keeping on going after one after the other. That is samsara, in fact. It is a vicious cycle, never ending pursuit, then you will be on. But for the one who has recognized that what I really want is the limitless and it can never be gained as any karma phala, then what is there for you to seek? There is only one thing which is the limitless, and the limitless cannot be without me, correct? It has to be, it has to either include me or it has to be me, in fact. That is the only way. The limitless cannot be divided and it cannot be different from me. Therefore, I am the limitless is what it needs to be known. So for that person, there is really only one pursuit. There cannot be more than one pursuit. Therefore, all this Vedavada Rathaha, those who are deluded only, we have to say, correct? Or they are all taken by all these words that you go to Swarga, you will enjoy Niratishaya Sukha, therefore do all this karma. So they are all flowery words. Those who are taken by Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham Avipaschitaha also, Bhagavan says, means they do not have Viveka. So Aviveki Purushaha, those who are taken by the Vedavada, and those who say there is nothing other than that also. Everything, only karma is revealed by the Veda, and karma phala alone is there. For them what? Only karma phala they are going after, which is anitya. But Bhagavan tells Arjuna, all these Veda are only, whatever the Veda and Veda phala are all within the three gunas only, correct? Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha, Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Means you go for that which is the adhara of all these gunas also, correct? So Nistraigunyaha Bhava means don't be interested in all this karma, which is nothing but guna guneshu vartante. The gunas acting on themselves only is all this karma, all the activities. But try to understand the adhara for all this, the adhisthana, which is the Nishkriyam Brahma. So go after the Nistraigunya. And then even in the Veda also it is there. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthas Sanyasa Yoga Dhyataya Shuddha Sattva Aha Te Brahma Loke Tu Paranta Kale Paramritat Parimuchyanti Sarve. Like this. In fact, we chant this Na Karmana Na Prajaya Dhane Na Tyage Naike Amritatvama Nashuhu. All these things are there, correct? When we welcome a sannyasi also, we give Purna Kumbha and chant all these mantras. And then in the Brihadaranyaka also, Tam tu Upanishadam Purusham Prichami, it is there. That which is revealed by the Vedanta, the Upanishads, that I am asking. Okay, Upanishadam Purusham. And that those who have understood the Vedanta, what is revealed in the Vedanta clearly, this also repeats in the Kaivalya Upanishad also. It is there in different places in the Veda, this Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha. So, in all these things you can see that Ityadi Shastra Vashad Asyeva Veda Vedantayoho Pratipadya Bhedat Shastra Bhedaha, he is saying. Okay. So, all these, from these Vakyas, it is very clear that what is revealed by the Veda is karma, and the Vedanta is revealing something else, correct? So, based on this, all these Vakyas, the Veda Vedantayoho Veda means here Veda Purva Bhaga, we have to say. So, Veda Vedantayoho Pratipadya Bheda is there. You can't say that there is no Pratipadya Bheda. The Veda is there. Therefore, the Shastra Bheda you have to accept. Karma Devata Swarupa Swargadikam hi Vedana Pratipadyate. So now he explains that. So what is revealed by the Veda Purva Bhaga is only karma. And again that karma you are doing to propitiate which Devata. And again, so those are described. Then if you do this karma propitiating all these Devatas, what will be the phala? Which will be Swargadi. So those are the things which are revealed by the Veda. Vedena, these things are being revealed. Pratipadyate. Vedantena tu Sachidanandam Brahma. The Vedanta is not revealing all these things. It is talking about Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Correct? Or Vijnanam Anandam Brahma, like this. It is said in the Brihadaranyaka. Prajnanam Brahma. Like this, the Brahma Swarupa is being talked about. Brahman is revealed. And Brahmavida apnoti param tadesha bhyukta. Correct. So Brahma with apnoti param. Brahman, the Brihi Vriddhav, Brahman itself means only the limitless. And the one who knows that attains that also. You don't have to do anything, in fact. So the Sachidananda is the Brahma Lakshanam, and in this manner, this Brahman is being revealed as yourself. That is by the Vedanta. So therefore, there is a Pratipadya Bheda is there. Also, Napi Purushartha Aikyat Veda Vedanta Aikyam iti Vachyam. So you cannot say the Purushartha Aikyam also is there between the Veda and the Vedanta. Why? Vedagamya Purusharthasya Swargadi Rupatvena Anityatvat Vedantagamya Purusharthasya Parabrahma Rupatvena Nityatvatcha Nitya Nitya Purushartha Pratipadakayoho Tayoho Bhedaha Uchitaha Eva. See, the Purushena Arthyate iti Purushartha, correct? What is being pursued by the human beings or any Purusha, any person is called Purushartha. And like I said, even though everybody really pursues only moksha, but they do not know that. So actually what they are pursuing, most of the people are pursuing karma phala. So those who are pursuing karma phala are pursuing only dharmartha kama, correct? And that is in the form of swargadi, etc. That means you want karma phala, which is again swarga is the best you can take depending on how the Veda describes it. Otherwise, you even here also you want wealth or you want some kind of pleasure and all that. So, Swargadi Rupatvena, the Purushartha is there for the Veda Purva Bhaga, and it is Anitya also, Anityatva. So, it is all transient, but Vedanta Gamya Purusharthasya Parabrahma Rupatvena Nityatvat, and whatever the Purushartha which is pursued by those who are interested in Vedanta, the Mumukshus, is that it is Moksha Purushartha, it is seeking freedom from all limitation, which is really seeking the limitless, correct? And therefore it is Nitya. In fact, what you are seeking is not subjected to space-time. That's why it is Nitya. Nitya means it's not long time. Understand that. Some people have an idea that eternal, for example, the word is there, English word, correct? So eternal means it's not just long time. When we are saying Sanatana and words Nitya and all that in our Shastra, don't understand it as long time, because people will say, like, somebody asks you to come somewhere and you wanted to meet, correct, each other, but you went there at the right time, but the other person does not turn up. So you are waiting for some 15 minutes. But waiting for 15 minutes for somebody is seems like you have waited for 15 hours, correct? Always waiting is like that. So when the other person comes, you say, I was eternally waiting for you. Such usages are there, correct? Eternally, I was waiting. Means you are waiting for a long time, let us say. But that's not the point here. Here we are talking about that which is not subjected to space-time itself, that which transcends all space-time. Therefore, that is the real Nitya Vastu. That is what I want. So this is the Purushartha. This is the Nitya Purushartha. Therefore, there cannot be any Samya, correct, between Nitya and Anitya Purushartha. So one is about Nitya Purushartha, another is about Anitya Purushartha. And again, the Veda Purva Bhaga is revealing only Anitya Purushartha, and Vedanta only is revealing the Nitya Purushartha. Therefore, even from the standpoint of the Purushartha, or whatever is being pursued by people, there is a Bheda. So based on that, again, the Shastra Bheda is Uchita, it is tenable, it is proper. Yatha Dharma Shastra, Shastrartha Shastrayoho, Bhedaha Tadvat. So it is similar to, see, even Dharma Shastra is there, Artha Shastra is there. Now, Artha Shastra means those who are interested in Artha, in security, means again it also involves things like statecraft and all that, correct? Economy, how to gain wealth, how to retain wealth, how to protect it from enemy kings. And Artha in a general manner is not only wealth, because it is security. If you take, even in our life, when we want security, security is not just money, correct? It also includes your house, etc. Our emotional security also is important. Relationships are all security for us. Having some power also is security. So like this security, the Artha includes all that. So the Artha Shastra is about that. Those who are seeking all that, they study the Artha Shastra, and also based on that they try to achieve this Artha. But Dharma Shastra is about Punya Papa only, how to avoid Papa, how to gain Punya. So even there you accept the Shastra Bheda between Dharma Shastra and Artha Shastra. Similarly here also, between Dharma Shastra and Moksha Shastra, you have to accept the Bheda. Okay, then what? Yadi tu Purushartatvam Ubhayatra Samamiti Uchyate, Tarhi Vedanta Dharmartha Shastradinam Sarveshamapi Abhedaha eva syat. So just because it is Purushartha, see, both are being decided by people, they are all only about Purushartha, therefore they are all same if you say, then what? Then Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, Artha Shastra, all of them have to become same one Shastra only, correct? Or even Kama Sutra and all should be included there. Those who are desirous of Kama also. So it's all Purushartha. Broadly, for four different categories are there, and there are Shastras for them, because people pursue that. there is a Shastra for each of these Purusharthas. Just by saying that they are all Purusharthas, they have to be one Shastra also, you cannot say. Then all these Shastras will become one. Correct? Sarvesham api abheda eva syat. Veda Vedanta Dharma Artha Shastradinam. Okay, then what? Sarva Shastra Pratipaditeshu api Purushartheshu Parasparam Bhinneshu Purusharthatvasya Abhinnasya Satvat. So, in all the Shastras, correct? The Purushartha is there, but then they are all different Purusharthas, correct? Parasparam Bhinneshu Purusharthatvasya. So, even though they are all actually about different things, according to your logic, all the Shastras, like I said, even Kama Shastra and all, we have to include, all the Shastras will become one Abhinna if you go by that logic. Therefore, what? Tasmad Vyakheyayoho Purva Veda Uttara Vedayoho Eka Prabandhatva Abhavat Vyakhyaanayoho api Purva Mimamsa Uttara Mimamsayoho Uttara Mimamsayoho na Eka Shastratvam iti. Okay. See, Vyakheyayoho means what? That which has been commented upon, the subject matter, even though they are in the same book. Okay. So, Eka Prabandhatva, or even though they are in the same book, he is saying Eka Prabandhatva Abhavat. Why? Because they do not reveal the same subject matter. Okay. Basically, here the idea is the Vishaya is different. So, Eka Prabandhatva Abhavat Vyakhyaanayoho api, or even if you take things like Artha Shastra and Kama Shastra and other Shastras, even though they are all Purusharthas, but they are from different, they are basically Vyakhyanas on different books and all that. And even in the Purva Mimamsa or Uttara Mimamsa also, we have to take like that only. The Veda Purva Bhaga, we take it as a different book. The Uttara Bhaga, we take it as a different book. And therefore what? Na Eka Shastratvam, they are not one Shastra. So, here, but still one doubt is there. Then what about all these things? Sarve Vedaha Yatpadam Amananti, Veda is Sarve Rahameva Vedyaha and all is there, correct? So how do we explain that? So he says, Iti Sarvesham Vedanam Brahma Paratvam tu Shruti Smriti Siddham Sarvesham Shabdanam Brahma Paratvam iti Sangachate Katham iti Uchyate Katham iti Ched Uchyate. See, still all the Vedas are only revealing Brahma. The Brahma Paratvam has been said in the Veda itself and in the Smriti also. Whatever they quoted, we are not denying that. And even all the words are really revealing only Brahman. We say that, correct? Okay. In fact, I used to say, my Guruji also used to say, is that Brahman is not the meaning of any one word. Correct? Brahman cannot be the meaning of any one word because then it will become limited. Because every word has its own meaning, artha. And if Brahman is denoted by any one word, it will be only that artha. It will become limited. Correct? So Brahman is not the, or cannot be the meaning of any one word because being limitless. So otherwise it can become this Vastu Bheda will come, correct? Or Vastu Parichinnatvam will come. So Desha Kala Vastu Aparichinnatvam for Brahman we say. And Desha, if you take even Akasha, they say that this Desha Aparichinnatvam is there for Akasha. But Brahman is even more than that. Vastu Aparichinnatvam also when we say, it cannot be the meaning of any one word, but it is the meaning of all words we have to say. It is not the meaning of any one word, but it is also the meaning of all words. It can look contradictory, but that's how it is. Okay, that's what we have to understand. How, of course, the difference is only in Nama Rupa. All words have a Sad aspect also, correct? Whatever Nama Rupa revealed by any word, it is all Asti, Asti, Asti iti Grihyate, correct? Sadbuddhi is always there. Whenever, even when you cognize a Nama Rupa, it is Asti, correct? Asti Bhati Priyam Rupam. The Asti Bhati is always there in every cognition. So consciousness is like this, my guru used to say. So in every cognition, consciousness is, correct. So if you are cognizing a phone, now phone consciousness is there. If you are cognizing a table, table consciousness is there. If you are cognizing a plate on the table, then plate consciousness is there. Now in all these things, the Nama Rupa is varying, but consciousness is the invariable in each and every cognition. In fact, that consciousness is also the subject, and it is also the object. So that is why Pratibodha Viditam Matam, like this, Upanishad also is revealing. So one who understands this consciousness is the basis for both subject, object, and all the cognition which are taking place. That is the only way you can know it. Okay. It is the Adhisthana for the Pramatru Prameya Vyavahara. So it is neither the Pramata nor the Prameya, or it is both. When you say it is the both, it is Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam, again we have to say, because the Pramata and Prameya, all of that is only Nama Rupa again. It is all Mithya, it is not of the same order of reality. It doesn't count as another thing. Anyway, so here, what we are saying is, how can you say that all the Vedas are revealing this Brahman only, and all the Shabdas are revealing Brahman? Means, Katamiti Chet Uchyate Sarveshamapi Anatma Vastunam Atmani Mayaya Rajvamiva Sarpadanda Dharadinam Kalpitatvena Kalpasya Adhisthana Anatireka Tattad Adhyastha Ghatadi Padartha, it should be, I think, Padartha Vachinamapi Adhisthana Brahmaparattvameva iti. So whatever I said only he is saying here. So Sarveshamapi Anatma Vastunam, all the whatever object you are cognizing, correct? All these objects are not away from consciousness is. Because any cognition you analyze, in fact, what is our theory of perception? We say that perception is nothing but there is a Vishayavachinna Chaitanya. So that is also Chaitanyam only, but it is the Upadhi or the conditioning factor there is the whatever Vishaya. Then there is a Pramatra Avachinna Chaitanya, which is the Antakarana Avachinna Chaitanya. That is the subject. That is also, the subject also is an Upadhi, object also is an Upadhi. Both are conditioning consciousness, the same consciousness only. But through the Vritti, Mano Vritti Avachinna Chaitanya, what happens is all these things get aligned. So the Vritti Avachinna Chaitanya, the Vishaya Avachinna Chaitanya and Pramatra Avachinna Chaitanya, all of them, when they align, then the perception takes place. That is our theory of knowledge. The Vedantin. So in all these things, you see that all are only Chaitanya. Only the Avachedaka is different. The Avachinna Chaitanyam is one and the same. And in fact, that is revealed in each and every cognition. That is the obvious thing which is revealed, but we all miss it. Okay, Pratibodha Viditam Matam. But still nobody knows it. So that is the beauty here. So in this, so this is like, see, you have one part, there is a part, space qualified this part by this part, correct? That is called one Ghatakasha. Then there is another part. Means generally when we look at it as two different parts, this space which is conditioned by this part is different by the space conditioned by another part. But when they are within each other, or the part itself is in a room, correct? Ghatakasha and Matakasha we say. So the part is there in a matha, Gata is there in a matha, and so whatever the part is conditioning or qualifying, the same is also qualified by the matha also, means at that time they are qualifying the same, as though everything is as though here, understand that. So that is when the knowledge takes place, we say, when the Vishaya Avachinna Chaitanya and Pramatra Avachinna Chaitanya and Prameya Avachinna, Pramana Avachinna Chaitanya, which is the Manovritti, all these Chaitanyas, when they align, although there is only one Chaitanya, but depending on the Upadhi, they can be different, or then they can also become one. Like this, only knowledge takes place. So, in all these things, if you see, everything which is getting revealed, every Anatma Vastu which gets revealed, they are all there in superimposed on the consciousness is, correct? Satchit Vastu only. Sadbuddhi is the only buddhi which can never be removed, correct? There is a beautiful Bhashya, correct? Bhashyakara writes in the 216 Bhagavad Gita. So, Nasato Vidyate Bhavaha, Na Bhavo Vidyate Sataha. If you read that Bhashya, it is one of the greatest, simplest but greatest Bhashya. So, there he says that Sadbuddhi alone doesn't go away. The consciousness is the invariable in each and every cognition. It can never go away. Only the Nama Rupa keeps on changing. That's why Nama Rupa is Mithya. They don't really exist. Correct? Nabhavo vidyate sataha nasato vidyate bhavaha. Asataha bhavaha na vidyate. That means Nama Rupa are all asat. They don't really exist. The consciousness is the sadvastu. So na abhavaho vidyate sataha. The sadvastu cannot have any abhava. It's always there. In fact, it's the only thing which is there really. And in each and every cognition only, this sadvastu is always there. So sadvastu can never be displaced. It is always there in each and every cognition. And therefore whatever he is saying here, correct? So Maya only Rajvamiva Sarpa Danda Dharadinam Kalpitatvena. So like a rope can be mistaken for a snake or a whatever danda as a stick, or like something which is dhara. All these, you can mistake a rope for many different things. Okay, you can give a whole list there. So basically it is like that only, because what is revealed in each and every cognition is the sadvastu really, which is the invariable. But everybody is only taking it as the Vishaya, which is the Anatma Nama Rupa. They are all only Kalpita. They are only appearances. And any appearance, correct? Kalpitasya Adhishtana Anatireka means they are not separate from the Adhishtana. The Adhishtana alone is true. The Rajju alone is true, correct? You may mistake it as anything. It is not separate from the Adhishtana. And therefore what? Tad Adhyastha Ghatadi Padartha Vachinam Api Adhishtana Brahma Paratvam. So even when you say the Ghata is, Pata the is portion is actually everything you know as is only. And therefore the Nama Rupa also is basically pointing out to its Adhishtana only. Without the Adhishtana is being there, none of the Nama Rupa can be cognized. So whatever the Adhyastha Nama Rupa like Ghata, Pata, etc., their Padartha, you may use different words which point to a particular Nama Rupa, but that Nama Rupa also really is cognized as is, and so with each words meaning, the is also is there. Without the is, the words cannot have any meaning really. So their meaning basically also points to the Adhisthana, which is the Sadvastu. And therefore, every word is really only pointing to the Brahman, which is the Sadvastu, which is the Adhisthana for all the Adhyastha Namarupas. So any word pointing to any Namarupa also has to point to the Adhisthana, which is Brahman. That way you can say all the Vedas, Sarvesham Shabdanam Brahma Paratvam. Is that clear? That can be said very clearly. Yadva Sarvepi Arthaha Sadrupataya eva Pramana Vishaya Bhavanti na Asadrupataya iti Kritva Ghatadi Adhyastha Padartha Anusyutam Sadrupam Brahmaiva Ghatadi Shabdavachyamiti. Okay, this is the point I already explained in fact. So the first thing he is saying is based on the Rajju, Sarpa, etc. The Adhisthana is Brahman. Therefore, the Adhyastha Vastu has to point to the Adhisthana also. Or like I said, the same thing, but this is a better way of understanding it. Is what, like I said, each and every cognition reveals the consciousness is only really. The consciousness is Anusyutam means what? It is there in every cognition, correct? It is following you. Okay, it never goes. The Namarupa changes, keeps on changing. It is the invariably present in each and every cognition. So he is saying that here as Anusyutam, because every cognition is known as is only. Na asadrupataya, he says, correct? Na asadrupataya iti kritva ghatadi adhyastha padartha anusyutam sadrupam. So this is the 216 bhashya I said. So whatever is there as consciousness is in each and every cognition is that Brahman alone, and that alone is really there. And whatever keeps on changing in each and every cognition is mithya. And therefore, every word, every cognition is really only revealing Brahman. Therefore, also we can say Sarvesham Shabdanam Brahma Paratvam, like this. Athava Vishaya Avachinnam Ajnatam Brahmaiva Pramana Prameyam Bhavati Natu Kevalam Ghatadikam iti एवं यद्यपि सर्वे वेदाः सर्वाणि शास्त्राणि सर्वाणि चक्षुरादि प्रमाणानि लौकिकानि च वस्तुगत्या ब्रह्मैव प्रतिपादयन्ति. So this is also I said already. So Vishaya Avachinnam Ajnatam Brahmaiva Pramana Prameyam Bhavati. See, every pramana, whether it is Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, whatever it may be, they are revealing to you some Vishaya. But that Vishaya itself is nothing but Vishaya Avachinna Chaitanyam only really, because they cannot exist without Chaitanya alone gives existence to all the Vishayas also, all the objects. So that way also, the Ghatas do not exist by themselves. It's all only Ghata Avachinna Chaitanyam, Pata Avachinna Chaitanyam, like that, correct? Vishaya Avachinna Chaitanyam. But like I said, it may not be aligned with the Pramatra Avachinna Chaitanyam. Therefore, it is Ajnatam. But whatever is Ajnatam, any Vishaya which is Ajnatam also is really only Ajnatam Brahma. So the Pramana, when it reveals, it is only revealing to you the Ajnatam Brahma only. Each and every Pramana. Therefore, all the Vedas, all the Shastras, all the Pramanas like Chakshuradi, etc., whether it is Vaidika Pramana or Laukika Pramana, they are revealing only one Vastu, which is Brahman. There is only one Vastu really, in fact. Brahman alone is that Vastu. And everything else is only Upadhi. And that Brahman which is available as the Upahita or as the conditioned Vastu in all these things is only revealed by all the Shastras. That way also we can take. And that is what is said here as Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Shruti also says that all that is there here is Brahman alone. Brahmanaha eva sarvatmakattvena sarva vachitvasya eva. So it's not only Sarvatmaka, it is also the meaning of each and every word. That's what I said. Brahman is not the meaning of any one word, but it is the meaning of all words. This is how we understand that. So Sarva Vachitvasya eva Brahma Vachitva Rupatva Tathapi Yavad Vyavaharam Tattat Pramana Prameyadi Bhedasya Satvat Vedantaha eva Brahma Pratipadayanti. We will see this in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.